Ever wonder what a superhero team-up looked like in ancient Greece? Forget the Avengers for a second, and let's talk about the original Dream Team, Jason and the Argonauts. Their story, the Argonautica, is one of the greatest epic poems ever written, penned by Apollonius of Rhodes around the 3rd century BC. It's an action-packed, emotionally charged prequel to Homer's Odyssey. And trust me, it's a wild ride. So, who are these Argonauts? Picture this: a crew of the most legendary heroes of their time, all gathered on a single ship called the Argo. We're talking about Heracles, the strongest man alive; Orpheus, the rock star musician who could charm trees, bend stones with his lyre; the heavenly twins, Castor and Pollux, and many more. Their mission: to sail to the edge of the known world, the land of Colchis, and retrieve the Golden Fleece, a magical ram's hide hanging from a tree guarded by a dragon that never sleeps. No pressure, right? The leader of this ambitious quest is Jason. Now, Jason isn't your typical muscle-bound hero. He's more of a smooth-talking leader, but he's got a big problem. His wicked uncle Peleus has stolen his throne and promised to give it back only if Jason brings him the Golden Fleecer, task Peleus thinks is impossible. So, Jason builds the Argo, assembles his all-star crew, and sets off on an epic journey filled with divine interventions, monstrous beasts, and treacherous seas. The voyage itself is an adventure anthology. The Argonauts face harpies, those terrifying bird-women creatures. They have to navigate the clashing rocks, massive cliffs that smash together and crush anything that tries to pass between them. They encounter strange lands and even stranger peoples. Each challenge tests their strength, their wits, and their loyalty to one another. One of the most famous parts is when Heracles, in a fit of grief over his lost companion Hylas, gets left behind. It's a powerful moment that shows even the greatest heroes are vulnerable. But the real drama heats up when they finally reach Colchis. This is where the story shifts from a high-seas adventure to a complex psychological thriller. The king of Colchis, Aeetes, is not about to just hand over his prized possession. He gives Jason a series of impossible tasks: plow a field with fire-breathing bulls, sow it with dragon's teeth, and then fight the army of warriors that springs from the ground. It's a suicide mission. This is where the story's most fascinating character enters the picture: Medea. She's King Aeetes' daughter, a powerful sorceress, and a priestess of the goddess Hecate. The goddess Hera, who has been pulling strings behind the scenes to help Jason, gets Aphrodite to make Medea fall madly in love with him. And boy, does she fall hard. Torn between her love for Jason and her loyalty to her family, Medea makes a fateful choice. She decides to help Jason, using her magic to tame the bulls, defeat the warriors, and put the guardian dragon to sleep. With Medea's help, Jason seizes the Golden Fleece. The two of them, now lovers, flee Colchis with the fleece. But King Aeetes and his fleet are in hot pursuit. The escape is just as thrilling as the journey there. It involves more magic, more deception, and a truly shocking act of betrayal that seals Medea's fate and binds her to Jason forever. They finally make it back to Greece, fleece in hand. But as you might guess, their story is far from over. The happily ever after is complicated. The Argonautica is more than just an adventure story. It's a deep dive into the human psyche. Apollonius gives us a Jason who is often doubtful and anxious, a hero who relies on others and is deeply flawed. And in Medea, he creates one of literature's most complex and powerful female characters, a woman driven by passion to sacrifice everything, setting the stage for the famous tragedy that follows. It's a story about leadership, love, betrayal, and the thin line between hero and villain. It shows that even the most epic quests are ultimately driven by very human emotions. So, next time you're looking for a story that has it all: action, romance, magic, and psychological depth, pick up the Argonautica. It's a timeless masterpiece that proves the ancient world knew how to tell a blockbuster story. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey into Greek mythology, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more epic tales. See you next time.